It's a good night. Finally, our friend Brandy Vaughan, also known as Brandy Neal, can sleep a little bit better knowing that one out of the four is going to hopefully be in jail for the rest of his life for the murder of Michael Joseph Vaughan. Stacy Wondra has been arrested in the connection in the death of Michael Joseph Vaughan. A lot to talk about on the other side of this.
Coming in clutch, better tighten the pearls. Dropping cold facts, got the truth for the world. No smoke, no fluff, just the real that we trust. Hold on to your seat, cause I'm coming in clutch. Coming in clutch.
Well, hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. Really do appreciate your time. You could have chosen to be anywhere on YouTube. You have a lot of options, anywhere on the internet, anywhere in the world, and you chose to be right here. I know your time is very valuable, and I do appreciate you spending some time with me. Today is October 30th, 2025. It is currently 10:57 p.m. on the East Coast of the United States, Georgia. Today was a long day coming. Such a long day coming. In fact, going on 5 years, nearly half of a decade. Michael Joseph Vaughan would be close to 10 if he were here today, and he should be here today. But that's not what we have. We do have 4 suspects in this case named by police, named a long time ago by police. And it took a long time for this arrest to come. But here we are. Here we are. I spoke to my friend Brandy Neal, Michael Joseph Vaughan's incredible mother, just a little bit ago. And I also posted the message on my community post as well. I'll show it to you, just so if you haven't seen it yet. Well, let me see here. Okay. Why does it do this? 1 second. Okay. I'll have to do it like this. That'll work though. Okay. Here we go. I was live just a little bit ago on another case, Jack and Lily Sullivan out of Pictou County, Tennessee, who those two little darlings deserve justice. And I started getting messages and people coming in chat and all of that. And I messaged Brandy Vaughan. I text, oh my God, please tell me it's true. Yeah, it's true. And I sent her a voice clip and I wrote, praise God, and she hearted it. Finally. It is a somber moment, Sasha. It is. But this is the road to justice in this life. And I'm trying not to get emotional. Brandy has nearly had the life physically taken out of her. And she got a new liver. She got a new liver. And she's doing amazing. She's doing amazing. So amazing. And the truth and the good always prevails. It has to. Hey, Mr. and Mrs. E. Good to see you. Praying for you and your family, your beautiful son. And yeah. So there's three more that needs to be charged. I do believe charges are imminent for Sarah very soon. I do believe charges are coming for Brandon Shurtleff and Adrian Lucien. Brandon, I know you're watching. Adrian, you'll probably watch as well. But I know, Brandon, you're watching. And you knew this day was going to come. Brandon, your closest friends have spoken about you, that you have confided in. They believed you until they didn't. And the best thing you can do right now, Brandon, before they probably raid your house at 3 a.m. is go knock on their door, meaning the police, and tell them what you have bottled up for 4.5 years. That's what you need to do. That's what you need to do. It's time. It's time. Thank you so much, 77. Good to see you, my dear. Thank you for 10 months. Hi, Justin and everyone. So glad to see an arrest has been made. Justice for Michael Monkey Vaughan. Yeah, yeah. Um, so the news, major no news actually has yet spoken about this. Um, which it's coming. It's Hey Joe, good to see you. It's on its way. And I know some of the local news stations have wanted this day to come as well for a long time. Hey, Shannon, good to see you. So there's that. Is Josh in here? Hey, Josh, you want to come up? No pressure. Hold on 1 second. I lost it just a little bit ago. And P and W, she's amazing. She has diligently worked on this case. Diligently. She really has. She really has. Hey, Heidi. Yeah. Thank you for 12 months. We are Monkey's Army. Justice is coming. Allegedly, Sarah was told she would be charged. Yeah. It's coming for Sarah too. It's coming for Sarah too. May already has. We just don't know, but it's coming soon. Not you, Sarah. Thank you so much, LS. Thank you, dear. Thank you, Enoch, for your memberships, my dear. Appreciate you. If you received one of those, make sure you thank our friend Enoch. Appreciate you. I called ICU and she was shaking. She was shaking. Do you think they have 3 warrants out? I don't yet. No, I don't. Stacey was so sure this. I have nothing good to say about him. So this piece of goo was so confident that he was going to I'm still shaking, that he was going to get out. But they got ready to let him out and put the cuffs right back on him. Right back on him. I know that had to be amazing for those. I hate him. I can't. I just truly I do. I do. If indeed what Brandon Shirtliff told his friend that is true, what was done to Michael Vaughan, and just what we heard, which we'll get into that in a minute. It's not good. It's really unconscionable what happened to Michael Vaughan. Michael Vaughan is one of those very rare cases that we cover, that a stranger Pebbles, I would watch PNW. She's got a live stream with the friend on there, and it is so unspeakable what was done, allegedly. Unspeakable. I don't either, but he was one of the few that was truly, listen, I'll be in Idaho. Don't worry. When those trials start, I will be there. I'll be there I'll be there. Brandon is not being charged yet. Not being charged yet. So let me see here. What's it? Bear with me 1 second. Okay. For those of you that don't know what this is, I have this on under videos. Maybe if I can find it. Oh, I just seen someone tag me 8 months ago. No worries. I never check my tags ever. Sorry. Okay. Here we go. So for those of you that don't know, I FOIA'd a couple years ago. I FOIA'd a fight that Stacy Wondra got into in prison. Stacy Wondra will only pick on or hurt someone that he can take advantage of, right? And I knew he got in a jail fight. Well, it wasn't an actual fight because the other guy didn't do anything. And the reason was the guy in jail was special needs. He was autistic. And the guy had like headphones on and he was sitting in his chair and he was rocking. You know, it's a self-soothing. Oh, I know McDonough is on top of the world right now, as he should be. He's worked very hard on this case. And thank you, Chris. If you see this, thank you. And I went to FOIA that, and Stacey got out of his bed. Yeah, I can drop it in chat. Yeah. And Stacey got out of his bed, and the guy was just there with his headphones on, just like me, but he was rocking. And Stacey just goes up to him and just hauls off as hard as he can and hits him. And when I FOIA'd that, I got this confession. And it was, I didn't feel like I was supposed to get that because nobody had ever seen that. So I
remember that phone call.
Josh remembers that phone call.
I remember that. I remember that day.
Yes. Yeah, I call Fruitland, and they're like, well, there's nothing we can do about it. You know, it's released. You can release it. And I wouldn't dare ever release something that wasn't meant for me to have. Hey, Betty, good to see you, my friend. And, you know, I had to call Brandy, which was kind of hard. But Josh, don't you feel like after a year or so after she released this, good to see you, Josh, by the way, thank you for coming up.
Yep.
When Brandy released this on her own, after I gave it to her, things started moving.
Yes.
Things started moving after this video.
Yeah, and how could they not? I mean, what are they going to do? Just sit? You know,
Mhm.
you have to do something. I mean, the substantial resources have went into this, and to sit on something like that is what has been, I guess, frustrating. And I'm not saying that that's what they were doing, but you have two suspects that are serving sentences for other things. They didn't have to charge them at the time. So it's kind of a common tactic to, you know, while you're trying to get your ducks in a row, you have these other charges. Sarah, who was doing substantial time, I believe,
Mhm.
uh, or is, so, you know, the need to charge Stacy because what was he out for, like a week before he got locked back up the first time?
It's not long ever,
Yeah. No,
ever.
yeah. It wasn't long, but then so what, you know, he went back and he's been there ever since. I knew that his release day was coming up soon, and I was hopeful that this was what they were going to do because we've known that these
They were correct.
warrants have been um they've just been sitting there, you know. So
Mhm.
it's a good thing, but it's a long road still.
Mhm.
We're none of us are.
It's not over till it's over.
No, it's not. Just a just, you know, hang in there, and it's a good thing, but it's also it's bittersweet, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, it's been 4.5 years. Four and
Yeah.
a half years now. And
When did you start covering this?
oh, I've been here since day one, essentially. I wasn't even a creator then.
Yeah.
But it was right after Summer Wells, June
Yeah.
and July, remember?
Yeah.
And so I've always been. Yeah, and Michael Vaughan would be almost 10.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm so did you see the video Brandy put out?
Which one, about Adrian and
Um
Brandon?
no. She put it out just like today.
No, I haven't seen it. Then
Hold on.
I did talk to her, but I haven't. I've talked to her, but I haven't seen her video. I've seen this video.
Yeah, she did a little short earlier.
Yeah.
Pop this up. She looks amazing.
I know.
She just even sounds different.
She was so sick.
She was so sick.
It's
Like
death's door type stuff.
yeah, she was really sick. Here we go. Credit goes to PN missing PNW. Crimes Revisited. I'll drop and make sure you sub up to PNW. She really covers Michael Vaughan,
She's
and amazing.
She is fantastic.
Yeah, there's PNW right here.
Monkey Monday, really Monkey Mondays wants about.
And you know what?
1,005.
Credit goes to Purple too. Purple Phoenix.
She's the one that got me on the case.
Really?
Yeah.
Purple did a Monkey Monday for the last 4.5 years. 4.5 years she has done a Monkey Monday. Even if there's nothing to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
She did it as a principle to keep his name out there.
Yep. That's true.
153. We have got Brandy with us today. She looks as beautiful as ever. Look at that smile. Glad you're happy with us today.
I am very, very happy to be here. Sorry, that song every time and every dang time.
That's quite all right. It gets a lot of us every time. So
And
how are you
she's
doing?
all grown. I am doing great today, actually. Got some good news, and yeah, it's been a good morning.
That's good. So we are here. Kind of gonna talk with Brandy for a while and see what she wants to share and what she doesn't. Basically, open up Monkey Monday and give her the opportunity to just basically share whatever she feels comfortable sharing. And if she feels like answering a few questions, on people here, be just a chance long be a lot.
I know I'm very bad at the audio. I still haven't learned after all these years. Probably a good thing. Thank you for all being here. First off, for Michael. It's 4 years, over 4 years, 1,553 days. I remember the first time I had to speak publicly and saying how many days it been, and I couldn't even choke it up. I did it. It was 115 days. I think I bit my tongue 100 times when I said it. But here we are. And Michael is still not home. And there are 4 named suspects. 4 named suspects. Stacy Wondra, Sarah Wondra, Brandon Shirtliff, and Adrian Lucian. Stacy and Sarah are both incarcerated on charges unrelated to Michael. Stacy Wondra is set to due out with his federal charges this week. Sarah is expected out sometime next year, I believe, in 2026. And Brandon Shirtliff and Adrian Lucian, we know where you are. And justice is coming. I promise. I pinky promise. I don't break my pinky promises.
It's not
A
out yet.
while back, a long while back, Brandon Shirtliff, I made a promise to my daughter, my youngest daughter, that I would ask every day. Well, life happened, and I became very, very sick. But trust and believe, there have been people still asking, still looking. Brandon Shirtliff, Adrian Lucian, where's Michael? You have an opportunity to tell the Fruitland Police Department, the FBI, where Michael is.
Isn't it just amazing, Josh, how I mean, Brandy is just post weeks of a entire organ transfer, liver, right? The biggest organ in your body other than your skin, right? I mean, and she's got a feeding tube here. And she is looking down, eyeing up the camera, asking where her son is.
Yeah, I mean, a mother's love and determination is probably one of the strongest instincts in all of the world.
Yeah.
If it weren't for mothers of all kinds that protect their children and fight for their children to the bitter end. And that's what's happening, and she's had to do it all while going through extreme I mean, we're not talking about headaches or nosebleeds. We're talking about life-threatening life-threatening scenarios, all while she's knows that these 4 shitheads, for lack of a better term, are out there doing God knows what. And so knowing Brandy the way that I do and have got to know her over the 4+ years, and that's how long it's been. It was just a few months after Michael went missing was the first time that I interviewed Brandy, and I've done several with her, but also stayed in contact for a long time, had many conversations with her. So it doesn't surprise me that it is amazing, but it doesn't surprise me. And I think that any person, any parent worth anything in this world would be doing the exact same thing that she has done.
Yeah, to literally your last breath, you would say something, do something. And she's not only said, she has done so much. Interviews, just and not only that, the Fruitland PD has stood right by her side the entire time.
Yeah, of course. I mean, no question about it.
Yeah,
no question about it. And it was always, when you got that, when we, you ended up with that body cam footage. I remember, how hard that was to not only to see, but to keep quiet about it. And, we all put a lot of trust in each other when that happened. And that's how I always knew that I could trust certain people, because there's a lot of people that would have just ran with that. And it was suggested that we didn't, and nobody did. And we left it up to Brandy, and
when she released that, Josh, I text you because I didn't get a hold of her first, and I said, Josh, oh my God, it's out. How did it get out? I thought someone hacked me, and I have my stuff locked down. Like, you need passwords, confirmations, backups, pins.
Well, I had it. I got rid of it.
Right. Yeah.
I was like, I don't want. I just I've seen it. I know what's on it.
But Brandy, she released it. I was like, okay,
and that was her. That was her prerogative.
I was like, great, but could you tell me next time? You're gonna give me a heart attack, Brandy.
Yeah, and it was. Something drastic needed to happen. If it felt like things were kind of stalling, but no, we've been told for a long time that this was going to be prosecuted. Luckily, there's no statute of limitations on murder, and I don't think kidnapping either. But I'm not 100%. I know that kidnapping or abduction or whatever it is that they want to call it, I know that those carry life sentences as well. And I would have been content if they would have just went with kidnapping to start with, because I think that that's something that
could have been proved pretty easily.
I mean, I talked about having Michael in custody and when he was directing the search for him. So
right,
I would have been pleased with anything, but I mean, this is beyond expectations. And I hope that they, I just hope they all turn on each other. It'll be a wonderful thing to watch.
I do too. I do too. And
I hope they
knowing
swarm. And I hope that they're like these aren't gun charges. Stacy, Sarah, Brandon. These aren't these aren't vagrancy charges. These aren't your typical bull crap. Scamming. These are as serious as it comes. I mean, kidnapping and Idaho. They would be charged in Idaho. Idaho has the death penalty.
yes.
So
Yes, they certainly do.
I don't know. I don't know if that's the route that they're going to go down, but I wouldn't care at all if they did. I don't know. They've done a lot of bad stuff. A lot.
And just for like for what? You know what I mean? Like,
Who knows? But that's the thing. Who knows what their actual plan was? I have no idea. I don't know what the point of it was. I mean, maybe it was maybe they were getting into child trafficking. Maybe they were.
that's the only thing I can like.
And no matter what
Stacy-
happens, even if it was an accident,
Mhm.
who knows exactly what happened?
I don't think it was an accident, but
Well, even if it was, it wouldn't matter because if somebody
They are.
dies during the commission of
Mhm.
a crime, that makes no difference. You should not have been committing the crime. So that's how they charge, and hopefully that's what happens.
Mhm. Yeah.
Where is Sam? Sam, come up.
Yeah, I just dropped the link for if she wants to come up. The only thing I could think, like the only way I could make it rational in my brain is either they were always trying to earn a buck. You know what I mean? Like what
Yeah, it was a trap house. It was they were
Yeah.
scavengers.
Yeah, they were. What you always talk about Wondra lube.
Yeah. Like who would go to a Wondra Lube and Laundry or something? It's just like, oh my God, dude.
Yeah.
Could you be any more? And then let's not forget that Stacey was a professional bull rider at one point.
Hey P and W.
Hello. How are you guys?
Imagine him trying to mount a bull. The bull would have a way better chance mounting him.
Stacy couldn't mount anything.
He could mount some milk in his mouth.
Yeah.
And by the way, when we make fun, he is a disgusting person. And not only for what he's done, but the shit that he said to me offline, messaged me, was wild, dude.
Mhm.
It was absolutely wild. And I know he said some nasty stuff to you too.
Oh. Yeah, Faith Taxi.
And I think he called me gay too.
Oh, he called me more than gay.
But not like that though. Like it was very derogatory. What's up, Sam? How are you?
I'm good. I am still, I think, a little bit of shock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tonight's been a little crazy.
Yeah. I text Sam and I was like, because people was coming in and they said she was live, and I was like, oh my God, is it true?
And we all got
calls me
too.
And I was live. And she was live. And like she had just had a meltdown and I had a meltdown.
Yep.
It's
good and bad tears for sure.
You just feel like this day's
It's
never
just
gonna come.
heartbreaking.
Yeah.
I've never followed any case and had an outcome like this, so I'm kind of just kicking back. And when I got the information from my source, I'm trying to confirm it. She's letting me listen to the actual recording that she had of Stacy. And then I finally heard him say it, and I'm like, oh my God, this is real. And then she had to remind me, because I was just shocked to the point where, oh my God, what do I do? Do I play this? Do I not? And she's like, you need to contact Brandy. And I'm like, oh yeah, duh. I need to make sure Brandy knows everything going on before I put anything on my live. And so, yeah, I confirmed everything with her, and it was a so real conversation with her, and she's like, play it. And I'm like, I'm on it. So
Yeah, Reith, I can absolutely explain. Sam covers crimes that's sort of a regional type thing, but this is right up your alley as well. I think you what's the other one in Oregon? I always forget his name because I've never covered it, but
Kyron Horman.
yeah, you covered that case, and then you obviously have covered Michael Vaughan's case for a long time, and Sam has done in-depth, more in-depth than I have.
More in depth, than
very
both of us.
Yeah.
To
be honest, the way that I found Sam was it was recommended to me by Chris McDonough, who saw your stuff.
Yeah, Sam is very, very detailed, and she gets the interviews. She really does. She knows. Say who you've interviewed, Sam, and please drop her link.
I have had an interview. Well, I was on a live, and Stacy Wondra popped up in the comment section, and all of a sudden wanted to join the live, and Brandy Vaughan, Michael's mom, was also there. So I got both of them up on panel, and that was one of the hardest interviews I think I have done to date. Not only because, Brandy Vaughan is live talking to the suspect who's now been arrested in her son's murder and abduction, but I also had to tolerate, which I did not want to do, him treating her so god awful during that entire interview. It was the hardest thing I ever had to do. All I wanted to do was kick him down, and I just knew she wanted to talk to him, and did the best that I could to keep it nice and calm. But Stacy Wondra was a monster to her.
Yes, he was. It was
just an absolute monster.
Particularly disgusting. And I believe during that live, he actually threatened her with a lawsuit for defamation. And all of us were sort of named in that.
Yeah, we were all named in a lawsuit. I said, Stacy, please sue us.
Yeah,
please.
we all were.
I beg you. I beg you. I welcome it. Open the door as far and wide as you can.
Yeah, I mean, I've been trying to get, there's a few different times I've been threatened to be sued, and it's never happened yet.
Yeah, I would love a deposition with you, buddy.
Right?
Yeah,
bring it on.
I wouldn't mind if Brandon, because Brandon was pissed off that I told everybody that he was the one in that video, where he was caught on camera and they put it out there. And he's like, that's not me. It absolutely is him.
Yes, it is.
There's no question about it. And if he wants to sue me, he can.
Yep.
And he was very pissed off about it. And then, him and I had a conversation through text months back. And he was just as dumb and abrasive and clueless as all of them about, and arrogant and cocky, and felt untouchable. It felt like that's sort of what
which is a trait that's very common with these people, Josh. If you think about it.
I don't get surprised by a lot of things, but I do get surprised at the amount of hubris that stupid people have. Confidence on another level. It's weird.
You know, I mean, you know, they say ignorance is bliss, right? I mean,
Brandon is just strange and unusual. That whole having to befriend him because I got a hold of, well, actually, they contacted me. One of Brandon's family friends, him and his father's friends from way back in the day, known Brandon since he was a teenager, contacted me and asked me if I would have Brandon on my show. And I was like, of course I will have Brandon on my show. And then he did everything he could, Dan Guthrie is his name, to get Brandon to come on my live. And we exchanged phone numbers. We had multiple conversations and text messaging for weeks. And I was just sick to my stomach this whole time. I'm like, I can't believe I'm doing this. I can't believe I'm talking on the phone and text messaging with a suspect in a missing child's case. And then he agreed to come up. And I had to lay into him because, like you said, Josh, like he's just disgusting. He tries to portray himself as like this great, cool guy. And in the meantime, you know, you're being manipulated. And I just laid into it. And I said, listen, Brandon, don't tell me you're going to come up on one of my live shows and then not show up. I'm not like everybody else. I want you up on my show. Don't make me look like a friggin' idiot. Come up on my show or I'm just blasting your ass.
Yeah.
And when he finally showed up, I was just sitting there like, oh my God, he showed up. Like, because he had blown off so many people before that. And I was just like, I couldn't believe I even got him up. And then, of course, I had to play devil's advocate the entire time and just play his little game and befriend him the whole entire conversation. But I mean, it was a great interview. He messed up. He knows he messed up because he turns around and he leaves Livingston, Montana to take off and try to hide. And the next thing you know, here comes law enforcement to Livingston to arrest him and to get him to sign a plea deal. And he didn't want to do it. And he wasn't there when they got there. And all that happened right after that live. He just up and left.
He's a runner.
Oh, yeah.
He's a coward.
Yeah, he's a drifter kind of. He's one of those, you know, his family. The fact that he wasn't even allowed at his mom's house when she was out of town and they ended up over there anyway, Brandon. I mean, if he's not even allowed to be over there when his mother's not, I mean, the guy is no good. He's not trustworthy. He's a degenerate. Let's just be honest about it. I mean, he's been in trouble for many things before. Not just that, but he sat there and he pounded Coors Heavies in a friggin' hot tub while talking about a missing child, Michael, like it was, you know, like he was doing the
like
Today
at
Show.
the bar. Yeah, I mean, just.
And he was
like just an ordinary day.
Yeah,
pounding them too. And you're not supposed to drink in a hot tub.
Oh,
Did
really?
you know that?
No,
Yeah.
I didn't.
Yeah, because the heat intensifies the alcohol level in your body. But he probably does it on purpose.
Probably, yeah.
Because he's a pile.
Yes.
Well, they all are, aren't they? I mean, they're all disgusting. They all have criminal history. Every single one of them's been in trouble for something, except for Brandon. Well, except for Brandon and Adrian. I mean, Stacy and Sarah, they've done some pretty violent things. And the whole group, and then you have them all connected to over 16 to 25 RSOs. Makes it even more disgusting.
Well,
I mean,
next door. I mean, there was RSOs literally next door.
Yeah, and who would have thought that they would have been the innocent ones in all of this? Remember when we messed up and you got the wrong address?
Who, me? No,
all of us.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think we had the wrong address. We remember, and I called you. I was like, dude, we got the wrong address. It's the house next door. Because everybody's like, there's Chomos, like these are, and I was like, it's not the Chomos actually, which is surprising.
Oh, yes, yes, yes,
You
yes,
remember that?
yes.
Okay.
We were,
Guess what? I didn't care because they were chomos anyways. So
yeah, yeah.
they need to be. They're on a
Yeah, they're
registry.
actually right here. They're actually right here from Oregon, and then left and moved to Idaho. And even Carson's brother was also an RSO who also moved to Idaho shortly after they did. Yeah, they're all connected just to a bunch of creeps and a bunch of, other people that are criminal.
Yeah.
I'm just so grateful today for this, though.
God, thinking back, I mean, there's just so much that
Yeah, it was bringing back memories after you said that, Josh, because I was thinking when you said we got the wrong address, I had a source in the neighborhood that lived really close to there call me, and they're like, "No, wrong house."
that was me.
Well, you called that too, yes, but
Like, oh shit, we got the wrong house.
yeah, but there was
Then I didn't feel bad when I
Yeah.
realized that it was they were chomos anyway. They should have a sign on their front porch.
yeah,
I had watched lives that both of you guys had done, because when I got asked to take the case, I didn't know who Michael Vaughan was, which is actually really sad because I'm right here in Washington, and it was such a
Right.
big case that I should have known. But that just tells you, how a lot of these kids that come up missing or abducted do not get the awareness that they need.
No.
And
Yeah.
I'm like, well, sure, I'll take the case. And then, of course, it's not just another creator asking me. I have a parent of a missing child, Brandy, excited that I'm taking on the case. And I'm like, wait a minute, I got to get this right. Whoa. And then she's
Yeah.
showing up into chat, and I've never had that either before. So now I'm really like, whoa. So I'm watching everything Josh has done, everything you have done, Justin, and trying to figure out the facts and everything before I start doing a live, because I didn't want to mess anything up. Because you guys were working on this case long before I ever started.
Done an amazing job.
I was contacted by I believe Purple
Mhm.
just weeks, if not a couple months into the case, and I had heard about it, but I didn't really know many of the details. And Brandy had asked her to reach out to me if I would cover this case, and I was like, well, I got to look at it first because I don't know what's going on with it. And when I looked into it, there was nothing going on with the case. It was just a standstill. There was nothing there. And so I remember doing a live about it, talking about the case, kind of introducing it to the audience. And then Brandy ended up in the chat, and it was the first show that I ever did about Michael. And she came up and we talked for quite a while. And she just wanted some attention on Michael's case. And I remember just telling her, I said, look, I'm going to, I might know some people that might be able to help. I can't promise you anything, but I would. And I got to tell you, when I pass this on to the proper people, and I know some, I'm not going to say who, but
Right.
I'm sure you guys have some idea.
Right.
But when I passed it on and I said, look, there's this case going on in Idaho. This little boy's missing, and I don't think the parents had anything to do with this. And I'm always suspicious of parents, always. But after I had that conversation with Brandy, I didn't have, I was just like,
you knew, you know.
Yeah. And so I passed it on, and I remember the response that I got, because I wouldn't say I was nervous about passing it on, but I just was like, okay, well, here we go.
Mhm.
And the immediate response was, yeah, we'll take a look. And I was like, wow. I mean, it was incredible. And I know that those are very busy people.
Mm-hmm.
And
did an
they
incredible job, and hat goes off to you for doing that, because
Yeah.
that made a big difference.
it it's tough because
It's a
I
huge
sometimes,
difference, and it's a great interview that he did too, because so many people were pointing fingers at Brandy and Tyler, and here you have him, you know, doing an interview with Tyler, and it's obvious by the time the interview is over that neither of them had anything to do with it, and he rocked it. Chris Madonna rocked it. I'll just say it. Chris Madonna is a rock star anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, even when Josh showed up into my comment section and was just like, "Oh, I'm here because Chris Madonna sent me over," I was so starstruck. I didn't even know what the hell to say.
yeah, it was he
I
did.
have watched him for years.
Yeah. He sent me your channel link and he goes, check this out. And I did, and I was like, wow, and so I was very impressed with the detail and just kind of your commitment to it. And I was, like I said, I was very impressed, and so were many other people.
A lot of us.
And we, none of us had egos about covering it. We still don't. It's not about, who it's just not about like who's covering it, who gets the most views. It's about everybody participating.
Mhm.
And I always said to everybody, look, anything that I do about cases like this, all of it is, even if you're going to criticize me, I don't really care, because it gets it out. And
Mhm.
I mean, I wouldn't say that I don't, it's annoying, but it's at the root, at the heart of it is all that matters. So
Yeah, someone's always gonna,
Exactly. You
but
got a
the thing
missing
about
child. I mean, you and sorry, go ahead,
no,
Justin.
you're fine. You're fine. The thing about it, with Brandy's, when she was trying to get creators to talk about Michael, because again, this was really close to Summer Wells, just a month. Summer went missing, in June. Michael went missing in July 2021.
yeah.
And everybody was on Summer Wells. Everybody. We were
Yep.
all on Summer Wells. And she was so thankful to get any coverage, and a lot of us.
No, McDonough will not be talking about this case for
No.
quite some time. He can't. We don't want him to, but he wouldn't anyway. We got a long way to go in this, and it's still an ongoing and active investigation. Just because formal charges are being, look, everything can change. So he won't. Nobody that I don't think that any law enforcement, maybe they'll do a press conference, or I'm not sure what they'll do, but yeah, they might. I mean, they did a press conference for the suspects. I mean, it would be a major thing for them when the indictments are handed down. I would not be surprised if they do that. But no, it's not something that he'll be talking about for some time. That's just how it goes,
Yeah. That's just the way it is.
Mm-hmm.
I was trying to find that.
And like I said, look, if I had a missing child, I'd want every agency possible working together.
Mm-hmm.
And by the way, this cannot be overstated. The Fruitland Police Department opened their doors to the Cold Case Foundation. Not just Chris. Chris is not the only person from the Cold Case Foundation that is and has been. But the fact that Fruitland would open their doors and say, we need help, with zero ego, is a testament to the leadership of Chief of Police, Chief Huff, and the district attorney. I've had harsh words for the district attorney before.
We have. We're frustrated. Was what it was.
And I cannot say enough what selfless just beautiful hearted people.
Truly. I mean, when I called them freaking out, I mean, they were as nice as they could have been. You know what I mean?
I can't even
Absolutely.
imagine what you were going through when you got sent that by accident, because I would have shit myself. I would have been. I mean,
I did
but and then
a couple
I
times.
did end up seeing it after Brandy released it, but to know that that information for almost an entire year, and then it gets dropped, and then you don't even know where it's dropped from. Like you said earlier, you thought somebody had hacked you. Like, I would have been freaking out. It's just
God.
and just what was even said by him, just what was said
No.
by Stacey about how everything went down too. I mean, what a nightmare. And he did
Well,
all of that thinking Michael was going to be in that backyard. And I don't think he has anything now to give up, to make any deals or nothing, because I don't think he
yeah.
knows where Michael is.
Oh, he thought he was getting Sarah back.
Yeah, because she ratted on him for the gun.
Exactly.
Yep.
And now, like I said, when you and I talked to him, I told him, I said, this is going to bite you in the ass, dude. I said it towards the end because I wanted him to say everything, but I was just laughing, thinking to myself, going, what kind of a moron?
I'll never forget. You said, this is going to bite you in the ass
And
one
he goes,
day.
Huh? And I said, oh, it will. It will. Huh?
It's one of my favorite
it's the
of
best
Stacy
one, hands down.
Wondra, because you guys got so close to getting him to confess right there during that live. It was so close. It was so on the tip of his tongue. I was on the edge of my seat just going, say it, Stacy, just say it. Just say something.
He was so mad at me.
Oh, he was. Oh, when we got off of there,
as soon as that was over, my phone started ringing. He was calling me on Facebook Messenger. And I was like, what the hell does this idiot want? I don't want to talk to him. And he said, hope you're happy. You're not going to be happy till I get indicted. And I said, I can't do that to you. Like, I have no. He said, you're just not going to be happy until I'm arrested for this. And I said, well, yeah, kind of. Yes, sort of. But I said, but I can't make you get arrested for it. This is your problem, you know? And then he was like, well, I need some money for the interview. And I said, well, I'm not paying you shit.
He sent us an invoice, Josh, and I
know. He wanted, it was $100. Did he give you the $100 one?
It was 100 or 150. I can't remember, but it was something like that.
But he was trying to charge me 100. And I was like, no. I was like, I said, I'm not saying. And then he started calling me gay and dumb.
He called me more than gay, like I said, but
it wasn't specific. It was a lot. I mean, it was a lot.
Well,
I think he thought you were dating. I'm not sure.
Well, I mean, I told him, I said, Stacy, you are a named suspect in this case. Your picture was like in a conference, and you say you want to clear your name, right? Like, you want to clear your name. I don't pay you for you to clear your name. Sorry.
No, and the shit part, there were people giving him money.
Oh yeah.
There were people giving him money, and it was bullshit. And I'm not going to say who it was, but I was extreme. And I contacted those people and I said, what the F are you doing? You can't pay these people. You cannot pay suspects for interviews. Like, that goes against even in this shitty journalistic, faux journalistic space that we're in, where people claim to have ethics about certain things. You cannot do that. I don't care how much of a dirtbag you are. The fact that you would give him $1 is beyond me.
Well, I mean, I'm not. You're not going to give him $1 because, I mean, think of who the fuck he is.
Yeah,
and I mean, just against everything, but like, I believe he did this to Michael, and like, I just could not. I could not live with myself. Couldn't live with myself.
I don't know everybody that gave him money, but I know there was a handful of people, and none of us. That's why he stopped messing with us anyway.
Nope.
I mean, we could have given him money, but for what? Why would I want to do that? I had no like. I don't even like listening to the guy. Justin, when you asked, do you remember very specifically when you said, "Hey, will you do this interview with me?" And my response was,
No.
not doing it.
It was just a no.
I just wrote
It was
back,
just no.
no.
And I said, Josh, like we can do like good cop, bad cop or something like that.
I think I said
And
that again.
no.
I didn't want anything
And
to do with them.
Yeah, but it
And
worked.
then
It
I
was a
got
good cop, bad cop situation, and you
yes.
both did amazing. And Justin even had him going and had him talking and knew not to bring Josh in right away because he was going to
Yes.
play bad cop and it was going to be
I wasn't
a
planning
good
on
bad
doing it
cop.
at all.
Well, Josh just popped up. He said,
I wasn't planning.
I was live.
actually,
And after a while, Josh sent me, he's like, send me a fucking
I was
something like that.
I was pissed at them to lie, and
You
I
could see it all over Josh. You could
Oh.
see it all over him. And I'm, trying to keep it real cool. And I know Josh. I know his face. And he was
I saw it
just,
on his face too. I was like, oh my God, he's going to get him. He's about to get him. And then the next thing you know, he just starts being a smart ass, like, no,
Josh is like,
great interview.
you're going
I've
to be
actually
arrested,
played that
right?
interview so many times.
You're going to be arrested, right? Or something like that.
well, first I asked him, I said, do you think that you're going to be indicted for this or for charge?
Oh,
And
yeah.
like, I don't know, but they'll have a pretty big, and I said, nah, I don't think so. And then towards the end, I go, that's what you're doing here. Like, you're going to get arrested. You know that they're going to charge you with this. And, to be honest with you, and I hear that good cop, bad cop thing. I just went up there and was like, I'm just calling out whatever lies and twists that he was trying to do. And he was doing it quite a while. But I also was like, I don't want to run him off from Justin, because I've had that problem on other panels before. I went on other people's panels.
Yeah.
People,
I mean,
they're like, I'm out of here. Like, okay, well,
yeah. Well, when you came up, like I was
well,
just
at
like,
the point where
let me do it.
he was saying something about, I just said that about Michael's body being in his backyard. Well, I just said that it wasn't true. And then that's when you were like, well, you can get arrested for that, right?
Yeah, and he probably is going to get there'll be some charges there too. I would hope.
Well,
that's what hopefully what the tampering is about. Because I mean, not only that, but just the lying to investigators, tampering. There's all kinds of stuff that they could get him for.
Josh, you remember you said, you're going to be arrested, right? And he's like, well, if they do, it's going to be an uphill battle or something like that. And then we got that FOIA a year, and he's sitting there admitting it, like flat out admitting it. And I go back and I think, you said it's going to be an uphill battle. Dude, you are literally on camera telling them where Michael was. Seeing that he was buried.
I want to reiterate, and this is just me thinking, but what we saw to me wasn't a confession. What we saw was him working out the terms of a deal that he was trying to make and trying to kind of uphold his part of it. I think that they had conversations before that we
1,000%.
Hopefully we won't see that until,
yes.
trial.
Yes.
I think
that's a very good point.
I haven't seen anything. I don't know anything. I'm just saying, if you listen to the conversation, they're talking about yesterday or before this, and he was saying this
something had to lead up to that, right? I mean, something had to, like he had to go in. There goes my camera. He had to go into a room and say, listen, this and this happened. Right. And so I want to tell you about it. So there's obviously other things there. I'll be right back. Yeah, while y'all talk, just one
Yeah,
second.
I mean, the entire thing, you know, it was surreal. I just remember when Justin called me, he goes, "Hey, like, we got a problem." And that was the FOIA, you know, because he wanted to get that fight, or when he assaulted
Right.
the other inmate. And he's like, "What do we do?" I said, I have no idea. I can't believe it. Can't believe that they would do that." And it, I was just, I didn't know what to do. And basically we all just kind of made a pact, like, hey, I don't want to get in the way of this.
Right.
Nobody wants to get in the way of this. Let's just keep our mouths shut. We're not lying to anybody because nobody knows this exists except us. And let's just hope that nobody else FOIAs this. And then, you know, once Brandy knew about it, it was up to her to do what she wanted. Like I said, she
Yeah,
has
and
carte.
Randy watched it and had nightmares for the longest time after watching that. And then when it all came public and I watched it for the first time, I cried so hard. And then I had to rewatch it because now I want to know what he says, because I can barely even make it through listening to it the first time. And then you're hearing him say the exact same thing that Sarah was saying, only the opposite. Because you had Sarah, when they came in that November, you know, with a warrant to search the property, she gets arrested because she has knowledge of Michael Vaughn's death. And she's saying Stacy did it. Stacy buried him in the backyard. And then here you have Stacy Wondra saying he's buried in the backyard. Sarah buried him in the backyard.
Yeah.
So same
Yeah.
thing, just the opposite.
Charges. Now when they get charged, I mean, this is how this is how this stuff goes. You know, when people start getting charged, and the reason that they hadn't all started turning on each other, and the reason that Brandon was so quiet and has been so quiet, is he hasn't faced any charges yet. But you know, and I don't know if you know how to get a hold of him, but he should be knocking on the door of the Fruitland Police Department tomorrow morning, going, "Hey, we got to talk." And talk. He should.
He's blocked me on Messenger. He won't talk to me anymore on the phone, but we are friends on Facebook. He keeps me friends on Facebook, but he's pretty much on lockdown with his Facebook from me, but I still keep him there. We're still keeping each other. I know he watches everything. Him and his mom watch everything anybody does. They're probably watching now because he's freaking out. You know, he has court on November 4th because he was picked up for a warrant for his arrest back in, oh my God, January, February, March, in April. And for erratic driving, it was a warrant. He gets pulled over. They know he's got a warrant. He goes to jail for the weekend. He gets out. Everybody's freaking out. Why didn't they keep him? Why didn't they charge him? Then it was for a probation violation. And after looking into court documents today, I know that he didn't do what he was supposed to do, is why he had the warrant for the probation violation to begin with. But now he's already gone to court twice. He's requested an attorney. He requested a Zoom because he didn't want to show up in court because he's a chicken, worried he was going to get arrested. And he was supposed to take some driving courses and stuff. Well, now he's done those driving things that he was supposed to do just this month because he knows he's got court November 4th. So I'm just curious to know, because the court hearing on the 4th is for the probation officer to prove that he was wrongful and, you know, did have the probation violation. So I'm just wondering, is he going to do a Zoom? Is he going to show up? And this is all in Canyon County, Idaho.
I wouldn't be
And
surprised if he lamb
you know,
chops it.
What?
I said I wouldn't be surprised if he lamb
yeah,
chops it.
after all of this, I'm wondering if he'll even show or do anything.
They'll
I
show
mean,
it.
Bank is going to try to go into hiding even more.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're probably watching him
maybe
though.
he can get his head all the way
Oh
under
yeah, they
the
are.
hot tub.
Well, but this is the thing. He needs someone to take care of him. Brandon, like he's just not going to take care of himself. Doesn't he? Did he have a kid?
Yeah, I think he
Mhm.
did.
Didn't he?
He has a daughter.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's in it so deep. I'm telling you that he's in it so deep, and he's been treading water quite literally for quite some time.
Mhm.
And his time's running out, and it's a beautiful thing because I really think they all thought they were going to walk away from this.
I think it was getting there where they
Oh
thought
yeah.
they were like, oh, it's been half of a decade.
Well, I heard
But
it from Brandon's own mouth. You know, well, they went all the way to Livingston, Montana, and they haven't came for me again. Like he just thought, whoop-de-doo, they're not coming for me. And it's like, no, that's not right, Brandon. They know where you are now, but he was so convinced that just because they showed up to Livingston, Montana to serve him, and he denies all that because he talked to them on the phone, and he just thought that they weren't going to come looking for him in Idaho, but they know exactly where he is. And Justin, you're right. They are watching him. If he tries to run, they're going to know it. They know exactly where Adrian is.
Mm-hmm. Oh, they've watched. I mean, we've all watched them for a long time.
Yeah. When I had this, God, I can't even remember when this was. I could tell you. I think it was January of this year when I had a text conversation with him. He actually called me and was trying to disguise his voice. He was acting like it wasn't him, and it absolutely was. But he finally just admitted that it was him and that he didn't care and not to bother him. I was like, all right, dude, good luck. And sounds good to me. He was but the whole thing was funny. Before, when he was pretending that it wasn't him, he was like, so do you think Brandon's in a lot of trouble? And I was like, yeah, I do. I do think Brandon's in a lot of trouble. What he asked me, stupid. And it was his number. I confirmed it probably 4 different ways. And so he's like, so do you think, he said his name was Nick and that he was in high school. And
he tried to act like it wasn't me. Wasn't him whenever
with you too.
Yeah.
And but then he would sort of play into it a little bit until you'd say, hey, like, you're screwed.
Yeah, you just have to. Yeah, that's what you have to do with him. You
started
just have
sending
to
me articles.
What's that?
He started sending me articles like he sent me a KTVB7 interview that said that Michael Vaughan's mom tells KTVB she released video showing suspect's confession. And he goes, you got me doing some research now. And I said, yeah, enjoy. And then he's just,
I swear it was like pulling teeth with him to even get him to talk to me in the beginning. And then I finally realized the only way he's going to start talking to me and saying anything to me is if I stroke his ego and make him think that I believe 100% he has nothing to do with Michael's abduction and murder. And that's how I had to play it. For him to even start trying to talk to me about anything. He would do the same thing, sending me little gifts, little, like, not gifts, but GIF. And just,
what do you think? A pack of
playing
Coors?
games.
Well,
Huh?
you talked to Michael Vaughan's not Michael Vaughn, God, Brandon's friend What was his
Yes.
name? That was
Dan
a
Guthrie.
powerful interview. What was that?
He was amazing. I mean,
Mhm,
he wanted nothing but justice for Michael. He wanted
mhm.
nothing but for Brandy to get better. He was struggling when I first started talking to him,
Yeah,
struggling so hard.
bad.
Did my friend have anything to do with this or not?
Mhm,
And after talking with him and telling him everything I knew, he was like, "Oh my God, I think he might have done this." And then he started opening up even more about things that him and Brandon were talking about. It took me a little bit to gain his trust, but once I did with Dan, um, he was just so overwhelmed. And then, of course, when they went to Livingston, the police, and they talked with him, and he straight up asked the investigator, like, "Okay, give it to me straight up. What did my friend do?" And the investigator told Guthrie, Brandon bound him up with duct tape
trigger
and
trigger
suffocated him in
trigger
a
that.
garbage bag.
Yeah,
Like, and he called me. He was crying. He
he was
texted me,
upset.
"I can't believe that they told me what they told me. I've been up all night crying." I mean, he was devastated. This is a man who has been working with Brandon off and on for years and has known him since he was a teenage boy and has been great friends with Brandon's father for years.
Mhm.
Yeah, he was
Yeah,
devastated.
he could not believe, like, someone he knew, grew up with, was part of that, and, I mean, can you this is the thing, I cannot imagine Brandon's mother. See, I've never spoken with her, I don't know if you have, Samantha or Josh,
I,
but, uh, I can't
Yeah, nope.
imagine because, like, they went to her house, and things went on there, right? Like, they brought Michael there.
Mhm.
Cadaver dogs hit at that home.
don't you mean abracadabra dogs?
What do you mean?
Oh my God, Stacy.
You didn't hear when Stacy said that?
No.
He called the cadaver dogs abracadabra dogs.
Never.
I'm not even kidding.
I never heard that.
He's
Oh
not.
my
It's in the
god.
confession, or
Yeah,
yeah, the footage that was released.
abracadabra dogs.
Jesus.
Moron. He's so stupid.
You know, and that's something else that Dan Guthrie was able to tell me too. Not only that, his girlfriend, a lot of people don't trust what his girlfriend had to say. I could tell when she was lying to me and when she wasn't. But these are two people, Dan and Misty, his girlfriend and friend, that do not know or know each other but do not get along. And at two different times to two different people, Brandon told them both that he left the Wondras' house the night that Michael was abducted and went to his mom's to stay the night because Stacy, Sarah, and Adrian and him were not getting along, and he left to go to their house. And like you're saying, the dogs hit over there in the house. We know what the investigators have said happened in that house. So Brandon was at that house that night,
Yeah, and
according.
well, not only that, I mean, they were leaving. I was just talking about this on my show just a little while ago that they were packing up and leaving town while everybody else was looking for them.
Mhm.
They were the only ones
Exactly.
in that community
Yeah.
Mhm.
that were packing up and taking off. And I think, I mean, look, I'm surprised. I don't want to actually, I don't want to go down that road, but I'm surprised that they weren't stopping cars that were leaving. But I think that they just assumed that he had wandered, at that point, which,
Well, they had left and were seen on CCTV camera before the actual 911 call was made that Michael was missing, from what
Yeah,
I
they wouldn't even.
understand.
Yeah.
So,
So they wouldn't
they're
have had a
leaving,
chance to
but
do that.
yeah, and they
Didn't
come back
stop at a gas? Did
into
they stop at a
town.
gas station?
Yes.
Yeah, right
Now,
after.
Stacy
Like,
will tell you they didn't, and Brandon will tell you they did. Brandon says they went there to get gas to make it to Kuna. They go to Kuna, they stay there for a little while, they get the car, they come back. They're stopped when they come back into the neighborhood, and all of the suspects will tell you that's when they learned that
Right.
Michael Vaughan was missing, is when they came back into the neighborhood. But here again, just like Josh is pointing out, they come back into the neighborhood, they go back to the house. According to Brandon and Sarah, they went out and looked for a little while and then went right back to the house. If a little kid went missing in my neighborhood, I'm not going out for a little while and coming back home. I'm going to go out and I'm going to go search for a little child in my neighborhood until the friggin' sun comes up. That's just
Well,
me, but that speaks a lot for them.
well, Brandon, or not Brandon, Stacy, sure had his alarm set really early the next morning as well. Did you
Yeah,
see?
and in
Did
that
you see
footage that
my
released, you even
where I?
have Chris Madonna talking about them leaving to go back to Kuna in the morning.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, did you see my where I've got his locations and his text
Yes,
scrolling?
we went
Yeah.
live with that together with Crime Sleuthing.
Oh, by the way,
Oh,
the
we did, didn't we? I
the
forgot.
abracadabra dogs hit exactly where Stacy said that the bag was set in Brandon's mom's house in her yard. They hit on the exact location.
Yeah.
Wow.
The exact location. I mean, it's
Well,
obvious. It's obvious what they were doing when they were leaving.
yeah. It's unimaginable. It really is. I think Brandon grabbed Michael, Stacy, and Sarah aren't fast people. Yeah, you're right here, Curlers. You're right. I agree.
Well, he was the one out scouting.
Mm-hmm.
He was the one out. I mean, if you can see him, the police released the
A person
it
for
was him.
a reason.
Yeah, but
Right.
Yeah, walking around the splash pad.
Exactly where Stacy said that the bag. You remember the bag that we talked about, the clothes bag,
The duffel
right
bag.
right where that duffel bag was placed is exactly where Daver dogs hit.
Mm-hmm. Stacy, or
You know,
they
we
said,
heard Stacy talk about pulling over on 8th in Arizona so many times, and how many times his story changed and everything else, but we never heard anything till Brandon came up on the live with me that Brandon also got out of the vehicle when they stopped on 8th in Arizona. So it wasn't just Stacy that got out. He admits to also getting out. He says, I believe I went and got the power steering fluid and helped Stacy put it in. It doesn't take two men
He
to
said
put
he
in
dropped
power
his
steering
chew,
fluid.
Remember that? Remember he said his chew fell, like his can of chew fell to the other side, and that
he said that was earlier in the day, though.
Yep, earlier in the morning at the splash pad.
Yeah, right. Yeah, what's he doing at the splash pad?
He's a creep.
They were looking for children.
And he's also at another park, kitty corner from Brandy's work, later on that afternoon, just sitting in a skate park
behind him
for hours. For hours. You're at a splash pad earlier in the morning, and then you're at a skate park for hours in the afternoon. Kitty corner from Brandy's work. You have Brandon and Sarah walking around a mall in Kuna and driving around a mall. All of these locations are either children or young girls, or, you know, I personally believe, in my own personal opinion, I believe that they weren't out to kidnap a child. I believe that they were out to do some kind of trafficking or something with like a young lady, and one of them made a very stupid decision to take a child instead. But that's my own personal opinion. Um, it's just from things that I know and have learned in the case. I don't know if it holds any truth. We'll find out now.
They were
I
think that
all going
I
to
think they
start
were
going
creeping
down in
for.
court.
I think they were creeping for a child, and I think but that again, that's just my opinion. But also, you know, and for the uninitiated, I had Stacy or Sarah's. I always get them mixed up. Both their names drive me nuts.
Yeah, same.
They're interchangeable almost. I just want to call Sarah Stacy and Stacy Sarah for some reason. He looks like a Sarah to me. Like I could see him being named Sarah, but Sarah's ex-husband called in and to Michael
that was good.
and talked about and by the way, you know, he was interviewed by investigators as well. Told them they asked, they said, is she capable of this? Well, then he told me, he says, look, she had brought it up many times about kidnapping people, and she didn't specifically say a child, but that was like a fantasy that she would talk about, that she would talk about kidnapping somebody and having them under her control, like how powerful that would be or something. And then he said, well, you know, you need to get some help. Personally, I would have been like, all right, well, bye, much sooner. But, you know, who knows if it's hard to take stuff like that in the moment. You know, hindsight is 2020, but looking back, you're going, holy shit. And that goes to motive, that goes to culpability, and is she capable of doing something like that? Well, if she's had that conversation with other people, just him or not just him, she may have had it with other people as well. And so
Exactly.
I think what happened was that Michael was a victim of circumstance, and that he just was just the wrong place at the wrong time and the wrong people around.
Well, I mean,
I don't think he was targeted.
No, he wasn't. I mean, Michael got out while his dad was changing a diaper and ordering pizza.
Yeah.
He just got out. He wanted to play with his friends. And just think about that. It had to have been wrong place, wrong time. Right?
Yes. Yeah, and it's just horribly tragic.
And just think about that, like, you know, like, just that one little decision. He had no idea. No idea. He just wanted to play with his friends. It was like over 100 degrees that day. Right? He had stopped at a couple houses or a house or something. And just I mean, just that little decision can change lives.
I mean, have you ever been outside before, and like a kid's like on the sidewalk or in the yard, and the parent comes out and goes, what? You know, and they go, get back in here. What are you doing? It happens. Yeah. Unfortunately, it's a terrible thing. Kids do that stuff. And
the hell yeah.
I see little kids outside riding their bicycles.
With our kids.
Yeah. Or just even little kids like walking around the neighborhood, and my eyes are instantly on them, and I am like, what are you doing out here all by yourself? And then I'm watching, okay, there's the parent. Okay, I can be okay now. Or seeing little kids on their bikes. Back in my day, we used to be able to go and play on our bicycles and go several miles away from home and be just fine. And it's not like that anymore. We don't live in that kind of world anymore. You don't let your young children out of your sight, whether it's on their bicycles or to go play at a park by themselves or nothing. You supervise. I mean, I have 6 grandbabies, and my kids know, like, and it's a panic, and it's instant panic if I'm at a park playing with my grandbabies, and all of a sudden they're out of my sight for just seconds, and I'm all of a sudden, okay, eyes are wandering everywhere. Okay, there he is, or there she is, you know. because of what I do now,
I know.
or just because of the world we live in.
We were in I was in the mall years ago with my youngest son, and he was like hiding under a clothes rack from me, and it took me like probably 7 or 8 minutes to find him.
It's happened to every parent.
Oh my God,
And
when
it's
I- it's like,
that drop that you get, you know what I mean? It's like this
Yes.
sinking and this adrenaline at the same time.
yeah.
Yeah, because you're also telling yourself, okay, stay calm. They're right here. Don't panic. But when do you get to that point where you panic? And just like you were saying, Justin, I mean, he makes a decision to wander away from the house, and in that moment, in that short few little minutes, in that moment, there are monsters in the same neighborhood that have been looking to abduct all day long.
Mm-hmm.
And just by circumstance, he was taken.
Yeah, and I mean, I think I measured it to where Stacy said he pulled over to change his power steering fluid in their house, and it wasn't far. Like, it was like 100 and some feet, which
It's
is
not
nothing.
far. It's like a block and 2 houses. It's not very far. All Michael had to do was go out the garage, take a right, go down one house to the end of the street, take another right, and he's on Arizona. And where they were parking was right there on the 8th of Arizona. It's like literally right there. Ooh, I
And
hate
you
that word,
remember
literally.
you remember, Josh, how Stacy said he saw a child,
Yeah.
but it was a girl.
Mhm.
And we asked how many houses down. He's like 8 houses down. That's next to the splash
Mhm.
pad
Right.
where he said he was on the corner right there.
Mhm.
There's no way you could see the gender of a child, the age of a child, even if it was a child, that many
With his
houses,
eyes.
you know.
All of
Guy's a-
those interviews that Stacy did talking about this child bothered Brandy so much that she contacted me and said, I'm going to do a video of the neighborhood. I want to do a video of the neighborhood. I want to show everybody where it is, where Stacy says that he could have saw a child here, there, or wherever. She did a video. Another person that actually Stacy Wondra lived with drove all the way over by Brandy Vaughan's house and did another video. And we just took all these clips and put them together to show everybody it isn't 6, 7, 8 houses down. It's not this. It's not that. There's no way you could see a child down here. It bothered her so much that he just kept going and going and going about it, that she wanted and had to make a video. And this is all while she was very, very ill. Very ill at the time,
Very,
walking
very ill.
around and driving around to take those videos.
Well, I remember
She said,
when
this is the one last thing I need to do.
I remember when they were digging up the yard, and I had a conversation. I talked to Brandy that day, and I could hear the equipment in the background. When she was sitting on her porch, and so she was sitting there listening to them dig up their yard.
You imagine?
No,
I mean,
Can't.
they are looking for your son, and you hear the heavy equipment, and you can't go down there. You can't go down there.
And you're hearing them every morning and every afternoon.
People
hearing them as they're pulling into the neighborhood, hearing them as they're leaving the neighborhood, hearing the trucks when they're backing up with that beep, beep, beep. She has nightmares about those sounds. She has nightmares about helicopters because so many helicopters were flying around looking for Michael. Oh, I can't even imagine. I can't.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna get going, but this is a good day. It's much better than it was yesterday and the day before. And although whatever happens isn't going to bring full restitution, and Michael is presumed dead, and he would never be brought back, we can at least seek some sort of justice. And it's just it's a terrible thing, but I told Brandy, and I'm sure you guys feel the same way. I'm with her till the end on this. I've had people in my ear, especially when this really started going, like, I can't believe you don't think that they're guilty, or you need to turn on them.
Were.
Well, they were like, when it comes out, you're gonna look foolish.
Oh,
and said, well,
trust me, we both had it, Josh.
Yeah, and I would just say I'm not doing it because I know, like, I knew better, and this all just solidifies that, to be honest, and it was just painfully obvious to me, and so.
And this is the thing. One thing that I hope this brings is Michael home as well.
Yes.
It's what if there is a right thing to do, it would be that. As wrong as this whole situation is, they could do one thing right in their lives, and hopefully with a bit of pressure of having to defend yourself in the shower every day, they'll do something. But anyway, guys, thank you for having me up, Justin, and I'm sure we'll be talking
live.
I already went.
You've already been live?
Have a good night.
You didn't know that?
You should have told me. No, but I was probably live earlier too.
Well, you went right after. I was like just finishing.
Well, you usually don't stay live long like I do. Like you're an hour and out.
I was there an hour. That's a long time.
That's a long time for Josh. Josh is like, I'm an hour and out.
Sam, it was good talking to you.
It was good talking to you too.
I go for an hour. I got to pace myself. So, no, justice for Michael, and to put those monsters just away, to never see the light of day. And Brandy and Tyler and the other two children, God bless them. And make sure to donate to that meal train. They need it.
Yes, please.
We had somebody from the lab donate something, and because we really do care and about Brandy. And please, like I said, that if you're able to do it and you feel compelled to, I think it's a great thing.
Absolutely. And it's much needed right now. And we got to remember, Brandy, she's just.
Oh yeah, I sent people over here, by the way, Justin.
What's that?
I actually somebody said you were live, and I was like, all right, well, go over to Justin's. So I got you hooked up.
Thank you. I'm sorry, I didn't know you were live, Josh.
I was
there.
done.
You were done.
Well, I was almost at an hour. What do you want me to do?
Oh, well, that does everything. I always pick on Josh. Like an hour, it's like
my
58 minutes.
Like,
I'm like, he's got 2 more minutes.
Like you gotta, like, I don't know. Some people, I don't know how people do like 5-hour lives, and I just don't.
I mean, I've done 5-hour lives, but
I can do like 3 to 5 hour lives every now and then, but I don't know how you guys do this every single day. My brain can't think. When I was doing everything every single day, because I just told Brandy, like, I'm just going to keep adding pressure, and doing all of those interviews, and my brain was going to explode, like just explode doing everything every day. You guys are amazing to be able to do it every day, because my mind, it just doesn't want to do that. I would rather spend so much time doing a ton of research and doing some great big huge long live and just getting it over with to start all over again.
Yeah,
I just try and pack it all in, like in an appropriate amount of time, which is probably to the detriment of my shows, but that's just how I do it.
Everybody's got their thing. Whatever works for you.
Yeah.
All right, guys. We'll talk soon.
Thanks, Josh.
See you guys.
Bye, Josh.
Josh is amazing. Mods, if you guys could if you still have the meal train, you would drop that. That would be amazing. Just a couple bucks is be much appreciated. Um, Brandy has not asked for anything this
No.
in like at all. Um, and you look at like the Wells, they asked for everything, whether that was bringing in freaking contractors, appliances, gift cards, like for years. Brandy never asked for anything. And, I told her, I said, we want to help. Thank you, Lady Freedom. Thank you.
Bless her heart. Tyler had
Yeah.
to take off work and stuff to take care of Brandy, and now it's the holidays, and she's here and she's better, and she's doing everything she can to just rest because she's got a long journey ahead of her, and we just want to help.
Yeah.
In any way we can.
Yeah. 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 Yes. Thank you. Thank you, Lana. Exactly. She, I was thinking about Brandy when she was still sick. She kept her family afloat for a long time. You know what I mean? Like, and never asked for a
Yeah.
dime. And, I've talked about this. Imagine, I don't know if you've ever lost someone really close, but when you lose someone really close, when you first wake up in the morning, everything's fine for a few seconds. And then it
Yeah.
hits you. And then you have to put your feet on the floor, and she had to go get her other children ready. You know what I mean? Get them ready for school, get whatever they need. And then she had to go to work and smile when she didn't even feel like living. And I just think of all of those things because that's real life, right? A lot of times we just think about, just them losing uh, the loved one, but you don't think about the daily life. And I just thought, because I've talked to Brandy at 4 or 5 in the morning, uh, different, just pouring out our hearts and stuff. And she suffered. I mean, she's really, this, more than
Yeah.
most. But yeah, Sarah, exactly. And I just thought, oh my God, because it's hard to get up of the morning anyways. For me, I don't know about you, but it is for me.
Yeah,
And
I don't
when
know how she
nothing's
did it.
wrong,
I don't
and
know.
to get your kids ready and make them breakfast and get their uniforms or their clothes on and get them out the door, it's hectic. And then you got to go to work, and then she's not feeling good anyways, physically,
Mhm.
and then
Yep, getting more and more
emotionally.
sick.
Yeah, and then emotionally. And she didn't have a high paying ass job by any stretch, right? And it was just a struggle, right? You know what I mean? It was just a struggle. And I just love her so much, truly.
It was
Yes, Fox.
very eye-opening to not only be working on a missing child's case, but then to become friends with the
Hmm.
mother of that
Hmm.
abducted child.
Hmm.
you know, and at first, even though law enforcement came out and said that Michael was buried in that backyard and then later moved to an unknown location, and that there was evidence that Michael was deceased, knowing that it was very hard for Brandy and the family to admit that that was true, to know it was true, to be able to say it out
Yeah.
loud, and then to be her friend and have phone conversations with her, which I didn't even actually start doing for quite a while. But when that did initially start, it was very difficult, like, because what do you say? How do you support that when I'm just working on a case and I already know how heartbreaking it is for me to just work on the case, but be living that situation, to have a son that was abducted and murdered by monsters that lived in your neighborhood, to have to cope with that, to get Buggy, who's very energetic, off to school, feed her breakfast.
Very energetic.
She has
Yes.
very energetic. Yes.
Yes.
And then you have Blue, who has now graduated high school throughout this time, who is now going to be leaving the state to go to college and moving
Which is
away.
remarkable.
And then Bubba also doing things for college, and
Mhm.
her children are thriving in this horrific situation.
Mhm.
They're thriving in their
They
own little lives.
they've been
The
remarkable.
resilience that this entire family has shown
It's
is outstanding. It's amazing.
it's I don't even have words, really. I mean, it's
I
no
know.
words.
I could not find my words earlier on my live either. I couldn't. I was just like you just did. It's the whole situation is just
4.5
it's
years.
heartbreaking. Yeah.
4.5 years. And I mean, you know, I say this in Summers and Michael Vaughan's case. The case has been nearly as long as they were on Earth.
Mm.
Right? 5 years old. And
Yeah.
this case is, for both of them, is 4.5 years, which is nearly as long as they were on Earth. And
And he just turned 5 a month prior to being
right,
abducted. Just turned 5. My
right. And
granddaughter, I just celebrated her birthday this last weekend, turned 5 years old.
yeah,
It's
preschool
just to
age.
put
We're
things in
talking
perspective
preschool
is
age. Yeah.
just
Mhm. Mhm.
But to talk
And
to Brandy this last week after her liver, you know, replacement, and just to hear that fire again, to hear her ready to fight, to hear her more healthy, oh my gosh, it sounded and
she's
felt
got
so
immunities.
good to just know that she was healthier, because I just, as her friend, I thought I was going to lose her for so long. And I'm not even as close to her as several other people. They call me family and I won't bother her, even though she yells at me all the time. You're not bothering me.
Yeah,
And I know
I
that I'm not,
leave her
but you
alone.
know, I want to make sure that their lives are their lives, and I don't want
Mm.
to bother, you know, not in a bad way bother, but just even text or call or anything. I usually wait for her to like reach out to me, but it was a wonderful to see how healthy she looks,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
to hear her voice sound like her again, because when she got so sick, she didn't even sound like Brandy anymore. She could
No.
barely even talk.
She, you know, she would send me videos and stuff of her in the hospital, and I won't say, you know, what they were and stuff, but people ask me every day, "How's Brandy?" You know, and I would just say, "Guys, pray," because there were times I thought, "Oh, it's close. I don't think she's gonna make that liver." I mean, that's what I truly felt sometimes when she would.
We talked about it before that we
I know
didn't
we do.
know if we were going to lose her or not, or if she was going to make it to get that liver transplant. The timing of it all and the fact that she's here today is a miracle. A
Yes.
miracle.
I mean, she
I
would
mean,
have
she
to
was
go to
supposed to
the
get,
hospital. Yeah, go ahead.
I mean, she was supposed to get life flighted to the
Yes.
hospital. And now we're hearing that it wasn't even a life flight because there was a huge thunder and lightning storm. And when I found that out, I'm like, oh my gosh, this poor woman, every bad thing that could happen kept happening and
Yes.
kept keeping her from getting better. It was one thing after another. And then she goes to an ambulance to Utah.
Yes.
She doesn't even end up getting life flighted because of the storm. And then she
Yeah.
gets there and there's, like she was saying on Monkey Monday, like she's there, they're stripping her clothes off, they're hooking her up, they're doing this and that, and she's getting her transplant. And then
Yeah,
her
I was
body
shocked.
rejects it. Oh my gosh. Just every little thing that could happen in the worst way, but yet here she is standing stronger on the other side. And all of that
So
fight
remarkable.
that she had was for her children, for her husband and her family. And so she could continue to fight for justice
Mhm.
for Michael.
Yeah. I told her, I said, "Brandy," I was talking to her late one night, and, like, we were just both sobbing, and I just said, "I can't imagine, a world without you, especially without, Michael, like, knowing that this is done." Like, you've got to be here. You gotta be here. You
Yeah,
you gotta
her
fight like him.
illness, it affected me so much. I actually had to take a break. I
Mhm.
had to take a break. I was having nightmares about suspects coming after me. I was having nightmares about Brandy and Michael and everything. And I'm just like, I got to refocus, take a break from Michael's
Mhm.
case for a minute. I'm going to put some focus on Kyron Horman for a little while. And that's kind of what
Yeah.
I did. And waiting, waiting for things to come about in full turn again. And when she went home and I knew she was getting better, I told my husband, oh, this is about to get,
Yeah.
this is about to explode. Something's
Fire in
about
the
to happen.
hole.
I can feel it. Yeah. Yeah, for real. I knew something. And then after talking with her and hearing the fire that she had lit up in her, I'm like, oh yeah, the wrath has not even begun.
It's almost
They've
like
got a
she's a
long
new
road ahead of them.
person. It's like her
Hmm.
voice is different now. Like, it's
Well, and wouldn't you be a new person? I mean,
yeah.
she was being told by the doctors that they couldn't believe that she had made it. They thought that they were going to lose her. She thought she was not going to make it. And then to come out like this on the other side, she's just so grateful to be
Well, I
here.
mean, she was having to go to the hospital every couple days to stay alive
Hmm.
because she would have to get the fluid taken off of her. Because you realize everything, and I mean everything that goes in your body, on your body, is processed through your liver, right?
Yep.
The lotions, the shampoos, the topical creams, makeup, everything goes through your liver. It has to. And
Yeah.
just to stay alive, it was
Yeah. All that fluid
every
was collecting
oh,
around her heart. Her
her
heart
stomach,
was
her
having such a
legs,
hard
feet.
time keeping up with everything.
She, oh God, I mean, it was bad. It was bad.
Yeah, she's been through so much. It was horrible. I know when you talk about the pictures and videos you get, like I get the same videos and stuff too, and it's the things that she was sharing with us as friends. We're just sitting on the other side, like I'm just praying so hard, like, oh gosh, please, just help her get through this, keep helping her get through it. And I called her a klutz on the phone the other day because she's constantly like dinging her toe, well, breaking her toe, hurting her foot, dropping something here, doing this. And because her body was so weak and so frail, all these little klutzy things that she was doing on an accident were actually causing major injuries, very hurtful injuries to her
That she
body.
couldn't heal.
She
Yeah.
was just so frail. She was
I mean,
withering
she
down to
was
hardly
frail.
nothing. I think, what was
She's
it?
probably
I think she said like 80 or 89
yeah,
pounds is what she got
yeah.
down
I
to.
think she was yeah, something like that. It was like 79, 80 pounds. But now you can see
Yeah, and
she's
now,
gained a lot of weight already, and
yeah, she's
she's
up over 120 pounds now.
yeah, 80 pounds. Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's
Oh my gosh,
amazing.
that's almost 30, 40 pounds she's gained. And
Yeah,
they took the tube out today.
yep. She's able to keep food down, and it's a great it's as great of a day as you could have. You know what I
Yes.
mean? Like as
Her,
far as
yep,
justice and on the right track finally.
yep. In that house they were celebrating, but you also know that this day was a hard day for them, because they
Yeah,
don't have Monkey. Monkey's not home. Monkey's in heaven, and they still
yeah.
don't know where Monkey's at. And Brandon Shirtliff, if you're listening, go talk to law enforcement. Go tell them everything that you know, and tell the Vaughan family where Monkey is, and maybe, just maybe, you'll get a deal. Is that too late? I don't know. You done blew off your deal once, but
Even
if I were you, I would be going and talking.
Brandy said if you told her where Michael was, she would ask the court to be more merciful to you.
Yeah.
I mean, this is the thing. Michael left a perfectly healthy boy. When she gets Michael back, it's not the same way. It's empty hands. She doesn't get to hug him or hear his little infectious laugh. She doesn't get that. She just wants him.
She wants him. She wants to be able to say goodbye. She wants to be able to put her baby to rest. That's what she wants. That's what they all want.
Mhm. It's just wanting something that is not. This is what infuriates me. I tell my audience, for those that watch me all the time, it drives me nuts. It drives me nuts that someone knows where a child is or someone's loved one is. And they hold that for years. And the family suffers. And the person, the child, the victim, get no dignity. You know what I mean? They deserve to not be thrown away like garbage or in the woods or wherever they're placed. And people
Exactly.
won't say because of their own, they don't want to pay the piper. They don't want to pay for that consequence that they did. But the families, loved ones, and the community and the world didn't want the child taken. So nobody gets what they want in the end. So just go ahead and say where they are and be a man, Brandon. You have a child now, and you know you're going to prison. And can you imagine? I mean, your child, you were running away like a bitch for 4.5 years. Just running away like a bitch. That I certainly believe you are. You're a coward. But I will tell you, Brandon, Stacy, Sarah, Adrian, I can't wait to see your asses in Fruitland. I'll
Amen
see
to
you
that.
there. I will see you there in person.
I can't wait for it. You want to go
Dead bodies
too? I know
in
I
asses.
do.
Oh, I'll be there.
Yep.
I'll be there. I will get an Airbnb. I'll be out there. It's coming.
Yep. This family still has a lot of fight. You know, they've got to go to all of these court hearings. They've got to listen to everything. They're going to find out everything that the DA has on these suspects and find out details they're not going to want to know, but they're going to end up finding out. It's going to be hard for them. They're going to need all of our support. And I'm just so
We've
grateful for
already
you,
heard
for
things we don't want to
Josh.
know.
Yeah.
Just
And yep, she has all of us. If she needs us, then she knows it. So
oh yeah, we're gonna be there for a girl. You know, and Tyler and the kids.
absolutely.
Absolutely.
All right, Justin, I'm going to hop down off here. Thank you so much for inviting me
you.
up. I appreciate it.
Appreciate you.
Thanks everybody in chat for all of the support for me and Justin and Josh, and most of all for the Vaughan family and for Michael. And keep sending your prayers for Brandy. She's got a long road ahead of her as far as healing, and the whole family has a long road ahead of them now that a suspect has been charged in
4.5
Michael's
years.
abduction and murder.
And it just, the legal part just starts now. Just now.
Yep.
So it's a long ass road still. Guys, please sub up to Samantha. I promise you will not regret it. It is Missing PNW Crimes Revisited. Mods are going to drop that in chat. I'm going to drop this link again in chat. She has some of the absolute hands down best interviews in this case. Brandon himself, when he would talk to nobody else, she got him to talk. And Brandon's friend, and she's got Stacy interviews as well and all that. So particularly Vaughan, Michael Vaughan case, and Kyron Horman. I've covered Kyron Horman, and I love Desiree but Samantha here, she's just recently met Kyron's mom and was at an event and all that. Thank you for subscribing. You'll be glad you did. You really will.
I got to meet Doug Bishop too.
Oh, did
He
you?
is now helping Desiree Young search for Kyron. He's already started searching. And I'm super stoked about it.
It's a very solvable case, right? Like we know
It so is.
who did it.
Mm-hmm.
we know who did it.
Yeah.
And that bitch has been out way too long. And we need to find
Yeah.
Kyron. And
Well, they have the evidence to prove it now.
the AI helped
I
a
don't
lot,
know
didn't
if
it?
you've heard about the new evidence, but
Well, the last time I heard it was
technology was a
the AI was helping.
the AI. Well, the FBI, the BAU, the new district attorney the new district attorney put all new eyes onto the case. They digitized his case. They
Yeah,
are putting it all
yeah.
together to get it ready for court because they're handing it over to the FBI and the BAU to start from ground zero and redoing it. And it's all because of the new evidence in Kyron Horman's case. They now have pictures of Kyron off of the burner phones that Terry Horman and Dee Dee Spicer used the
Oh,
day
wow.
that Kyron disappeared. Desiree
You
Young talked about this at the Crime Fest Northwest in 2024. We knew something was going on because they kept talking about new evidence, but then she actually spoke about it. She didn't say what these new pictures were, but she did say that these new pictures taken off of the burner phones, these are burner phones they've had for 15 years, that technology was just able within the recent years able to pull these pictures off. These pictures also have like GPS and location where th've also been searching for Kyron. And
wow.
yeah, with everybody on the case looking this over all over again, they're both about to get arrested. Guarantee
Well,
you it will come. I couldn't be
um,
more stoked.
well, maybe if you do a live on Kyron, maybe you'll invite me over and we could do a live together on that and you catch me up. Or we can talk on the phone or
Heck yeah,
something.
I
I
would
would
love
love
to
that.
do that.
I would love to do
Yeah,
that.
don't get me started talking about Kyron because I won't stop. So I better get off here.
Uh, Mr. and Mrs. E, guys, please pray for our great friends, Mr. and Mrs. E. They are some of the most wonderful, wonderful human beings you could ever meet. I've met their entire family. I was just honored. And their son is battling cancer right now.
Hmm.
And that's second time for the second time. And we believe in the power of prayer and God's
Yes, we do.
merciful healing. And I know He's giving them all strength right now, but it can get tiring, I know. And so please, please, please keep Middle E, add them to your church prayer list or your group prayer list, or good thoughts, good vibes, good energy, whatever you subscribe to. It would mean an incredible amount of gratitude uh, to the E family. We just adore them. And Middle E is truly just a remarkable young man, just a remarkable family, all of them, every single one. And if I don't stop, I'll cry. So thank you. I appreciate
Aw.
it.
Lots of
Um,
prayers being sent out for them.
yeah, everyone's dealing with something at all times. And sometimes we're dealing with greater things in life. We're all dealing with something at all times. But sometimes it's just bigger things, you
Yeah,
know.
truth story.
It's those mountains, those big ass mountains that we all face in life. It's always a hill and then a little plain and, and little bumps. But please drop Mr. and Mrs. Z's channel mods, please, if you would be so kind. Oh, let's see. God bless you.
All right, Justin. Have a good night. Thanks, everybody. I'm
Thank
going to
you,
get off of
Sarah.
here.
Love you, darling.
Thank you.
Take
Love you.
care. God
Bye-bye.
bless you. Bye.
God bless you too.
Okay. Bye-bye, honey. Thank you. All right. That's enough. I'm gonna start crying. So all good tears. All good tears. You know. Yeah. Keep all of the not only when someone loses a child, a family member, someone sick in the family, you got to pray for the whole family, the caregivers and everything, because it is emotionally very taxing. It's physically as well, but it's just emotionally taxing. If you've ever been a caregiver, you understand. You understand. And everyone needs to know they're not alone. To our friend Josh from the lab, make sure you're subbed up to Josh from the lab, and Samantha from Missing P&W Crimes Revisited. Big thanks to the Fruitland Police Department. You guys are amazing. And everyone who's just worked on this case. Thank you, Brandy, Tyler, the Vaughan family, for being remarkable. Just remarkable in times of distress and being so low that I know you didn't want to go on. And you did. And that's what you do. And that's what parents do. It's a tough one. But you do it. God bless you. Appreciate you. You only get so many trips around the sun. 100 years from now, we're not going to be here, most likely. So enjoy today with your family, with your loved ones. It's never, ever, ever promised. Love you guys. God bless you. Justice for Michael Joseph Vaughan, affectionately known as Monkey. Good night.